Me and my friends have been playing a lot of Skyblock recently, but to give some backstory, I've been playing longer than even just now. My oldest profile is about 4 years old, and in all this time that I've played Skyblock, I've taken a lot of breaks over the time, okay? I was not playing for 4 years straight. I've never actually swagged out my island. As you can tell, it's kind of ugly. I think I need to build a nice house. Okay guys, so I've been working on my house for a little bit. Okay, but in all seriousness, this bit did actually take me like 10 hours to build, so if you could, please just drop a subscribe. Please, leave a comment, like, I don't care anything, please. Without further ado, let's actually get into it. You may be asking yourself, what is Hypixel's big problem? Well, personally, I think it's growth. Hypixel has a really hard time pulling in new players. And honestly, I think the reason for that is 1.8 PvP is not user-friendly at all. To me personally, I love 1.8 PvP. I think it's really, really fun, but let's just face it, it's not big anymore. People don't really want to play it. It's not user friendly. Getting comboed to death by a fishing rod or snowballs is not fun for any average person. And so I can understand why people don't want to play that shit. Skywars has become a mess. The only people who really play it anymore are sweaty tryhards, which, no hate, I think you guys are very good at the game, but new people are not going to find that enjoyable. And I think there's only one real clear step for Hypixel. They need to move towards 1.20. Already, the devs have said that they want to move Skyblock towards a newer version because it has more features that would make the game a lot easier to develop. And I think that's a great idea. The issue is now you're going to try to split the server between two different versions, when right now 1.8 is the primary version. You can play every single game mode on 1.8. So I only see two options for Hypixel. Either they separate Skyblock into its own server, or they move everything to 1.20, which I don't think is a bad idea. I really think making new and improved versions of game modes like Skywars and Bed Wars in 1.20 with the new combat could be really fun. I know a lot of people shit on it and hate on it because they don't like shields or they don't like axes, whatever reason it may be, but I really think 1.20 has a lot of cool nuances that are fun. And you know, for game modes like Skywars, they just don't have to add shields, and voila, it's now like how it used to be, except the combat is a little different. On top of that, snowballs and fishing rods don't do knockback, which is just more fun for your average player. It removes a little bit of the skill ceiling from the game, and I can understand why that would be upsetting. And that's why I think that Hypixel should leave open a legacy edition of their server for people who want to play 1.8. But personally, I would much rather see the server grow and bring in new players, which there are new people who are trying to play Minecraft every day. It's just most of them are on a new version of the game. Trying to play on Hypixel with a new version of the game, besides Skyblock, feels like shit. The hitboxes feel all wonky, snowballs feel wonky, bows feel wonky, everything feels wrong. If we think about recent big changes made to Skyblock, we think about things like the garden, and I think the garden exemplifies everything that's wrong with the game design when it comes to Skyblock. As the biggest game mode on the server, I think it's important to talk about Skyblock because it's what's supposed to drag in new players. The garden is a boring mess. There's nothing fun to do here. It's an easy way to max out all your farming collections and get your skill higher, but still, it's boring as fuck. There's a lot of things that they could do to make it more fun and more interesting, like other islands. I think the Skyblock dev team needs to start thinking about combat more. I think every other skill should be secondary to combat. But truly, what is most fun in Skyblock? Generally, it's combat stuff. Fighting Arachne, fighting the Ender Dragons, doing dungeons, everything on the Crimson Isles. It is way more fun and much less monotonous than things like the garden or the Dwarven Mines. And I can even come up with a couple ideas that are simple that you could do for the garden to make it more interesting. Maybe every 100 pests, a pest boss spawns or something like that. Every time you get another 5 tiers in your garden milestone, maybe a crop-themed boss. So for example, you get to Melon 5 for the first time and a melon-themed boss spawns and you fight it. You can do a lot of cool things when it comes to the vacuum. Even right now, I'm imagining a boss fight where like a melon spawns, it's shooting seeds at you and you can suck them up with your vacuum and shoot it back at the melon to do damage. Stuff like this would be way more fun and be a break from the monotony of farming. I hope somebody at Hypixel does see this video because I think I echo the sentiment of your average player. I'm not a super tryhard, okay? I like the 1.8 PvP and I played it for a long time, but it's becoming monotonous. And I think having the balanced out option of where we have a legacy version of Hypixel and a new version that is made for your average player would be a really great way to bring new people back into the server because yes, let's face it, the server is not growing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you think I'm an idiot, let me know in the comments. I understand this topic's a little divisive. It's not that serious, okay? Remember, it's Minecraft. There's always going to be a 1.8 server that you can play on. And I'm not calling for the eradication of 1.8, okay? I still think it's really fun. I want the server to grow. That's what I think would be best for the community because I love Hypixel. It got me into PC gaming. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to floss your teeth.